So in today's video, we're going to be walking through how you can build unlimited 10x84 packs, but more importantly, the templates to use on PALETOOLS to be able to do this extremely fast. So between now and the 6th of October, I'm going to be uploading a daily free eafc 25 trading guide. This will include everything to do on the web app to make as many coins as possible with both trading and investing. I'll be talking about the full release, what we expect to see regarding the market, and there'll also be a daily updated investing guide, all in there, updated every day for free. No gimmicks whatsoever, all you gotta do is click on the Google Docs link on the top link of the description. So in today's video, what we're going to be doing is walking through how we can use PALETOOLS to build the 10x84 packs super fast. We're going to be walking through templates, we're going to be walking through what if you don't have certain players, and I'll be showing you the cycle I'm going through. If you're not aware of what PALETOOLS is, PALETOOLS is basically a software where you can download it and you can also build SBCs like this just by pressing hotkeys, and it will also build your SBCs. There's also other hotkeys I can press, such as stuff like D, and what that's going to go and do right there, it's going to go up my duplicates, and then I can go and build the SBC. So what we're going to be doing in today's video is showing you how you can use a mixture of hotkeys to basically build the 10x84s very, very fast. For example, I'll show you guys the cycle I'm building right now. So basically what I do is I submit the SBC, we then go to the pack, we then go and open up the SBC, then all I've got to do is store this in the club, I then head back to the SBC, then all I'm pressing is D, then I'm pressing T, and I've already gone and built myself another SBC, and then I'm back to the pack. So you can see that it is a super, super fast cycle, and obviously you can get yourself loads of really good players really fast. But how do we go around setting this cycle up? Because it's not as easy as that. You need to set in certain templates. First thing I'm going to do is just quickly talk about how you can download PALETOOLS, because of course this isn't something that's automatically on the web app, this is something you need to enable. So how do we go and download PALETOOLS? Well, what you need to do is you need to head over to Google and type in PALETOOLS. Now, if you are on iOS or Android, I have tutorials on there, so just look at my channel for the iOS and Android. So to download PALETOOLS, what you need to do is click on PALETOOLS. Now, make sure you click on the top one. The dev of PALETOOLS, as I say, I'm not the dev. Some people do think I'm associated with PALETOOLS, but I guess I just make content regarding it. I'm not the dev or anything, but the dev has actually commented on the video saying there are fake sites out there, so please do be aware that the only site you're going to be touching or using is https://pale.tools, the site you're going to be using. Now once you click on this, it's going to go and take you to the home menu. This is what you use if you're on Android. This is what you use if you're on Android. This is what you use if you're on iOS or like the web app. Again, I do have iOS, Android tutorials on the channel. What you can do is you're going to go and click on this. Now, there's two ways of doing it on the web app. The first one is by downloading Tamper Monkey. The second one is arguably a little bit easier. Again, if you're on the web app, so PC, whatever, and you want to know how to download it, there are three ways. Do feel free to go and check out the YouTube video, which we just talk about the three ways. If not, we'll just be covering one way this way. And the way we're going to be covering this way is a super easy way, and it is literally drag this link from the bookmarks bar and press it when on the web app. So a lot of people actually don't have the bookmarks bar enabled. So how to enable the bookmarks bar. And then once you've done that, you can see at the top there it says hide bookmarks bar. So alternatively, you don't have to do all this, and all you got to do is press Ctrl-Shift-B, and I'll show you right here, Ctrl-Shift-B, it's going to make the bookmarks bar appear and disappear. Well, what we need to do is we need to go and drag PALETOOLS to the bookmarks. So again, it is literally as simple as holding onto this right here, dragging up here, and you can see it's just gone and added it right there. Well, then what we need to do is you need to then go and log onto the web app. So again, I'll go and load up the web app without PALETOOLS. Now, every time you log onto PALETOOLS, you are going to have to go and click on this bookmark link, but that's it, it's not really any stress. I'm using Chrome for reference. You can see no PALETOOLS downloaded. All you got to do, click on PALETOOLS there, and you can see it has appeared. So there we go, we've successfully downloaded PALETOOLS, and again, now I can go and hide the bookmark bar just by pressing Ctrl-Shift-B. Now we're going to be talking about how to go and use PALETOOLS. Again, we'll talk about how to go and use PALETOOLS for the 10x84 in a second. Well, the first few things you want to do is kind of calibrate a few settings. First thing you want to do is click on Settings. First thing you want to do is click on the PALETOOLS up there. This takes you to the PALETOOLS menu. Now there's a few settings you want to make sure you have enabled. The things you want to make sure you have enabled are auto reclaim SBC rewards. Do not click on babysitter. Some people think this is, automatically does the SBC. It doesn't. Make sure to enable claim all rewards. You make sure to enable decimal rating. It's very useful. Make sure to enable disable pack opening animation, because that does it a lot faster. Make sure to enable duplicate to SBC. You then want to also, I personally leave all this stuff as it is naturally. You want to make sure lock players is enabled. This is going to make sure that you don't go and accidentally use players that are like really good in the SBCs, although you shouldn't be doing it anyway with the method that I use. Again, I don't personally use any of that. I don't enable pack opener because it does give you a bit of a warning, so I don't really want to tempt or fight with fire there. Rating calculator, make sure that's enabled. Repeat SBC, no, we leave that right there. And then I think that is about it. Obviously, make sure the SBC template's enabled. A lot of these are just going to be defaultly enabled. And I don't think... Oh, and then we've got a few things here. Make sure that use duplicate players is key D. This is really, really important when we're building the SBCs. Then I also personally make sure that building using template is T. Again, that should be defaultly done there. But again, these are very important for building the SBCs nice and fast. And I think apart from that, I think that is about it. Again, we do use a few of these hotkeys to build the SBCs very fast. Also, on top of that, you want to have transfer list to SBC and unassigned to SBC. So that should be that should basically be all the settings you want to go and set. Now let's go and talk about how we're going to build these 10x84s as fast as I did in the beginning of the video. Now, what we want to do is we first want to go and find the 10x84, and then what we're going to go and do is we're then going to go and favorite it. So you can see right there, we've got it favorited. Now the reason we want to go and favorite it is if we don't go and favorite it, we're going to have to scroll down every time to find the SBC, and it's going to just be a bit of an inconvenience. Whereas if we go and favorite it, it's there every time. We build the SBC, it's right there. So let's go and talk about building the 10x84. So to build the 10x84, it is literally a 84 rated score with one team of the season or team of the week. It is going to be very, very unlikely that you are not going to get enough from a 10x84 to go and build yet another 10x84. But I'll talk about what you can do if you don't. So what we're going to go and do is we're going to go and build a template, because otherwise we have to go and manually add all the players and it's really long. But by downloading PALETOOls, what that allows us to do is that allows us to build a template. So to build a template, you can see here on the right under the webcam, we've got a bunch of different settings. What we're going to go to is we're going to go to Edit SBC Template. And then what we're going to go and do is we're going to, yours isn't going to look like this, so let me go and show you the template you're going to build. There are loads of parts to this template, so prepare yourself. What you're going to do is you are going to click add 5 times. You want there to be 5 different boxes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, make sure to press add 5 times. Now the reason we need to add 5 times is because there's loads of different sort of team of the season cards. Now, if you're not aware, there are no team of the weeks in packs, so when it requires one team of the week or one team of the season, more likely than not, you are going to be using a team of the season. Thanks to Kimpembro for providing this graphic, you can see that, again, the only cards really that you're going to be putting into these, because you're basically going to keep recycling them, are team of the seasons. Now, there are a bunch of different team of the seasons. Those 4 different sorts of team of the seasons are team of the season moment, team of the season live cards, then you've got like team of the season plus cards, then you've got team of the seasons. So we did add 5 things, and that's because one of them is going to be non-rare. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to ignore player positions and make sure ignore player positions are selected for all of them. Now the reason we need to make sure ignore player positions is selected for all of them is because if you don't have that selected, it's only going to put goalkeepers in the goalkeeper spot, centre backs in the centre back spot, and it's just not going to be efficient. You then also want to go to rating low to high, and you want to make sure rating low to high is selected for all of them. This basically means that it's, you're going to have a higher chance. Well, it's basically going to put your low rateds in before it puts in your high rateds, because your high rateds could be useful for something down the line. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put player count to 1, player count to 1, player count to 1, player count to 1. These are basically going to be the team of the seasons. Now what you need to do is you need to add in each different sort of team of the season. So the first team of the season I believe that we come across is going to be the team of the season live. So let's go through to the next one. The next one I think is just the normal team of the season. If we can go and find it, there we go. One after that is going to be the team of the season plus. If we can go and grab that. And the last one is going to be the team of the season moment. Now again, the reason you need to go and add these is because you don't know which version of team of the season is going to go and give you in packs. So it's best just to go and add all of these in, because if you go and add all of these in, then you don't have to go and worry. Now the bottom bit is basically what's going to fill up the rest of the SBC, and that is going to be your non-res. So what you want to do is just go minimum rating 75. If you want, you can put maximum rating 85, but I'll be honest with you, very rarely do I find it using like low rated players. Also, make sure you set the player count here to 10, because the idea is you're going to have up to 10 non-res and then 1 team of the season. You're then going to go and press save, you're then going to go and back out, and you're then going to go and click in again. Now if you go and press T, it should basically go and build you an SBC. Now you can see that this is not really what we want to use. You know, this is going to use a inefficient amount of team of the seasons because of course you only really want to be using one at a time, and it's going to use some non-rares. Now if this is your scenario, what you kind of want to do is just you want to go and manually build the first one, because the first one's just a bit awkward really. So what we're going to go and do is we're going to go and put some just high rated rares in, because basically you need to do one of these SBCs to be able to set up the chain. If you don't do one of the SBCs, you can't really set up the chain. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm just going to add some high rateds. Now earlier we actually enabled a setting called decimal place, and that basically shows us what the rating is to a decimal place. Now you may wonder, why do you want to do that? Well, basically what that allows you to do is it allows you to see how close or how far away are you from the rating. So I'm 0.5 away from the rating, so I mean it should be good. I think I need to go and add another gold rare there. So we can now go and see, we've switched out a few of the non-rares for rares, and it's going to build the squad. Now again, the first one's a bit awkward, but this is where it should get easy. Because now what I want to do is, so now that we've done the SBC, we're now going to head to the store and we're going to go and open up our pack. And if by magic it's done exactly what I wanted it to, we've got ourselves a few Team of the Season cards. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and store this in the club, and ideally you're going to have some dupes, because we're about to go and use some hotkeys. So now what we're going to do is we're going to head back to the SBC. We're now going to press D, and it's going to go and add all those players that are a dupe in that pack straight into the SBC, which is perfect because it just means it's nice and efficient. We're now going to press T, and what it's going to go and do is it's going to go and fill up the rest of the squad with the non-rares and Team of the Seasons. But now what we want to do is we want to make sure it only uses one Team of the Season each time. If it uses more than one Team of the Season each time, you might find yourself running out of Team of the Seasons, which might be a bit of a nightmare. So let's go, and we're going to have to go and add another gold rare. But the idea is that it's going to go and add it all nice and efficiently, and you're going to be able to get exactly into doing another SBC. So you might have to go and replace one of the non-rares with a rare, but more times than not, you're not going to. So let's go and try this again. So we're going to go and submit the SBC. Again, we're literally back to the beginning now. We're now going to go and open the SBC. And you can see, because there's a fair few more dupes, it should now be very fast. It's going to store the non-dupes in the club. We're then going to press D, and that's going to put the dupes in. We're then going to press T, and that's going to put in the rest of the non-rares and the Team of the Seasons. We're going to change the Team of the Seasons out for non-rares. And boom, there we go, straight onto another SBC. And it is basically going to be a non-stop process doing this until I either run out of Team of the Seasons, or there is the chance that I run out of non-rares. But do you know what? If you run out of non-rares, it is the easiest answer going. More likely than not, you're going to go and have yourself loads of high-rated players, even some high-rated plebs. What you want to do is just go and throw those high-rated plebs into some of these 89 exchanges. You know, it's not hard. Just go gold. Ideally, we have a rare in there. A lot of time you are going to have to switch again to rating high to low. Sadly not, but I could go and throw these into like 88 rated exchanges, and that goes and sorts out my problems of not having non-rares. Now, you do have the more awkward problem of not having a Team of the Season, or not having a Team of the Week to put into the SBC. Now again, I've done a lot of this grinding and really rarely come across this problem. Now if you do come across this problem, what you then want to do is you want to head to SBCs, you then want to go to upgrades, and what you're going to use is you're going to be using, more likely than not, the Team of the Week player pick. If you can use either of these, it's actually a little bit faster, but you're going to be using the Team of the Week player pick. Now sadly it's 2 squads, but there are some templates for these squads, so let's go and walk through what they are. So for the 83 rated squad, now again it's all going to be kind of subjective of what's in your club, but this is kind of how I like to go and build it. We're going to again go to edit SBC as normal, and you're going to press add to template. Now again, make sure ignore player positions is on. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use slightly different settings to previously. Now previously we were using low to high, but in this one we kind of want there to be more RNG with the players it's going to give us. Now for this you do need 185 rated, so I go minimum rating 85, maximum rating 87. The reason for this is you might not find yourself always having 85s in the clubs, and again 86, it's not like 87s are overly valuable. Then what I do is I then go and put in 10 low rated players who can be 75 to 85 rated. Now what I go and set is most recent. The reason I set most recent is because it's probably going to give me a bunch of 84 rated rares in there, because I've done loads of 10 times 84s. If I went and set low to high, it's significantly too low rated. And if I went and put specific ratings, then a lot of the times I might not have specific ratings. So if I went and, then what you need to do again, once you build that template, is press save, then you need to back out this part of the SBC, go back in, press T, and it'll auto build you the SBC. Now it is only an 83 rated squad, and it's built me an 84 rated one, but I'll be honest with you, we're that late in the year where it really doesn't matter. So we're going to go and submit that there, and then we're going to basically build the exact same thing here. This template, what I would literally do is just go and use a very simple template of minimum rating 75, maximum rating 85, ignore player positions, and then just go and sort via most recent. The reason we're sorting via most recent and not doing low to high is because if you go low to high, it probably won't give you the high enough rating. But if you go for this, highly likely you'll have 2 84s and the rest of the score will be 82 rated. So let's go and press save right there. We're then going to go and clear what's on previously. We need to back out the SBC, go to challenge, press T, and if by magic, there you go. It's going to build us an 84 rated score, but again, I'm not too fussed. We're going to go and submit that, and now what we have is we now have that Team of the Week player pick. Now again, it is very, very unlikely that you'll actually need to go and get Team of the Weeks to go and put them in the SBCs, but again, if you do need to get Team of the Weeks, this is the best way to go and do it. So at the beginning, you may find that you don't have enough duplicates, because of course you've only probably done so many packs. But honestly, once you get about 20, 30 packs under your belt, you're going to find it very hard to not pack these sort of very, very easy to pack duplicate special cards, maybe duplicate Team of the Seasons and so on. So yeah, what I would say is if it is a bit finicky at the beginning, you do just want to bear with, because eventually what happens is you just end up packing so many duplicates. And yeah, and of course you'll end up also packing really high rate duplicates. Like I'm sure this Torpedo and this Jornala Reset aren't overly hard to pack, which means probably about 50-60 packs time, I'll start packing these 97s, and then I'll have to worry even less. And of course, how finicky you want to be at the SBC is completely down to you. If you want to be really finicky and save some high rated to put into SBCs, you can. But if you really aren't that fussed about saving stuff, then again, you can generally probably build all these. You probably build about 200 of these 84 SBCs, I'd imagine, in just an hour or two. But that has been that. Thank you very much for watching. There is like an icon pack, so if you guys are interested, I can go and work out some templates for the icon pack. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.